Hello, this is Professor Erbas. This is an orientation for Math 253 online, ticket 90180 for summer of 2015. So let's get started. All right, your lifeline. It's absolutely the ivc.edu. If you forget that, just say what school you're going to, and all right, ivc.edu, edu for education. And then you can just go to your iPad or phone, or you can pull your class up. So let me show you how this works. Okay, now the IVC site has your email. This is where you're going to email from. The email, I'm wiggling. And you're going to see your grades under my site. I'm wiggling right here. And so come here and open your email. You can also forward your email to your personal email, like Gmail or Yahoo Mail. But make sure you set it up here and you email me from here. So if I see the Yahoo Mail, I don't necessarily open the email. So it is important that you do not send me emails from your personal accounts. So just come here to email things. The other thing that you need to know, under academics, this is kind of like your lifeline. Go to math. I'll just go there and show you. And under math, right here, you can go to Math Center. Look at that. The hours may not be posted as of yet because I'm doing this during the spring semester. But these are the spring semester hours. It may change in the summer. But they are there Monday through Saturday. It depends on the funding. But it is free. What's important that I know for sure they're going to be there, but it's just I do not know the hours, if the hours are going to be 8 to 6, 8 to 6:50, or what. What you're going to need to do, since this is a 253, you're going to have to go and sign up for TU 301. And just get them to sign you up. And then you just go during when they're open. There will always be an instructor and a tutor at a minimum. And then you can ask them, or you can actually do your homework for 253 in Math Center. So that's a good thing. So let's go back. This is the other thing that you need to really know what it is. You can either have this, or I just go back to it from the IVC site. So let me go there. What that does is, when you are here, you can go back to academics. And remember, we went to mathematics there. And when you go to faculty area, you're going to get a list of faculty. And here's my name, Professor Erbas. This is my email address, iwhite@ivc.edu. Here's my phone number. So even though I have no office hours in the summer, you can call this phone number and leave a message if you want. And then it comes as an email. It's really nice. And I can just check it anytime. But I check my email a lot more frequently than my phone. So it comes in, I go, okay, I'll listen to it a little later. So if you have some that you need to ask about, just email me. That's a little easier. But what I would like you to do, in the subject area, put Math 253 so that I know it's coming from 253 because I have another class. And so I just don't want to get you mixed up with that class. All right. Now, the other thing you need to know about me is my webpage. This is not very critical in the summer. But in the winter, if you take other classes, my schedule is here. So if you go in there, the math schedule, if you scroll down, here's the summer. So your class is 253, and you have your orientation June 15. We're going to talk about this. And your orientation is mandatory 7 to 8. Unless you do those 3 or 4 steps that I'm going to talk about ahead of time before June 15, then you don't have to come. All right, how about the midterm and the final? Please put these dates in. This is not going to allow you to go and travel during these dates. July 10th, 8 to 10. It's a little late because I have another class that I'm giving midterm and final. And then August 7th is your final exam, 8 to 10. And it's going to be in BISTIC 118. All right? So this is what's important. So my schedules, I'm at Saddleback College Monday, Wednesday mornings teaching an engineering class. So I am not on campus at all. So make sure that you correspond with me. I will come to IVC on orientation June 15, July 10, and August 7th. All right? Okay, so I hope this is clear. So let's go back. Now, orientation 1, 2, 3. Remember, I was just telling you, if you do these 1, 2, 3, the contract, the entry survey, and orientation form by 6:15 and understand what you're getting into and you have no other questions, you're home free. So I'll see you at the midterm. But if you don't finish this, what I will do on 6:15, I'll just look who did those 3 steps. And then I have people on the wait list. This class is closed already. And I told them to come in on 6:15. So if you don't want to lose your spot, it's important that you come on 6:15 if you don't do those 3 steps. Otherwise, I'll drop you to make room for the petitioning students. All right? So you finish contract entry survey orientation form and all the tests in there, and then you're done. I don't drop you. But if you don't do this and you don't come to orientation, then, well, you are dropped. So you're going to get an email from my side and they will say you're dropped. So you can probably add back in, but you're going to go to the end of the wait list, and then I will add all these other people, and then if I don't have room, I can just add you. All right? So let's go to Blackboard. So I'll just show you how this works, okay? And then we'll go over it. And I also put this online so that you know. Okay, so let's see if this is going to open. All right. When you go to Blackboard, you put in your thing. Okay, so let me go just from the beginning. So ivc.edu, this is, I'm pretending that's you. I signed up for the class, and here I am. I want to go to my class. So what you do is you go to Blackboard. So if you paid for the class, your name is in the Blackboard, and you have access to Blackboard. You just go in there. All right? And the class is going to show up either on the right side or in the middle side, okay? So we're going to go down. And you're looking for your class. It's 20152, and that's going to be the only intermediate algebra class there. And then you're going to click on it. All right. You're going to see my announcement. And this video, I'm going to send it to you at least 2-3 weeks before classes start, which is June 15th. So I'm expecting to send this to you in a week or two, okay? Today is 5:15, so I'll send this video to you by the end of May. And then I'll remind you, okay, here's the video, do your thing, here's the video, do your thing a couple of times, and then we hit the June 15, and then you have to come in or not come in and finish all the orientation stuff. So the link is going to be here, and I will also send you the link. It's going to be a YouTube link, and you can watch it anywhere you can. So let's look at this. What do you need to do? The handouts and syllabus right here. So you just go and print out whatever I put. I just put for now the factoring handout. That's actually a beginning algebra topic, but I think it's going to help you. I just put that in there. And here's your syllabus. The first thing you should do is just print this out and understand everything that's in the syllabus. How do I grade, what the schedule is, and put all that stuff in the syllabus, in your calendar. Now, announcements, that's where I put things, and I also, whatever I put in the announcements, I also email you. So when you go to announcements, you can see if you didn't get the email and there's an announcement in there, oh, maybe there's something wrong with your email. Maybe it goes to your trash, it goes to someplace else, junk folder. So make sure that your email is working. Now, these are the things that you need to do after you kind of get into Pearson. So let me tell you how this works. You're going to see this link, MyMathLab link, inside Blackboard. This is where you are going to buy your course. And this is in addition to your Blackboard access and the IVC registration thing. This will replace your book. So when you go to MyMathLab, you're going to see this thing, eText Course Home. When you go to eText Course Home, I personally, since I'm using my account, I go straight to the class. But I will show you in the PowerPoint presentation, it's going to prompt you. This is where you want to end up ultimately, okay? And it says M253 Online Summer 2015 linked. And this is where you're going to do your homework, your quizzes, and watch your videos and all that good stuff, okay? But before we go there, so let me go back what you do right here, back to Blackboard. MyMathLab, you're going to click in there, it will prompt you, and you're going to have to enter information. So let me tell you how this works. Let's go back. So if you are trying to buy your access to Pearson system, which is the system where you're going to end up doing your homework and all that stuff, and it's asking you, what's your course ID? You're in the wrong place. All right, so you have to buy your course ID and all that from here. Access from Blackboard, you go in, MyMathLab, it's going to prompt you, you're going to buy it, and then go to contract entry and survey in the orientation, in the Blackboard to finish your orientation. But let me show you how you buy stuff. Okay, so this is where you do the contract survey and orientation form. What you need to do, you need to click on that link, and then you have to say, yeah, okay, I understand what I'm getting into. I understand, I'm ready for this class, okay? And that's actually a bounding legal document. And then when you say, yeah, I understand, you submit this before June 15, then you're home free. Now, the contract is going to look like this when you click on it, and then you're going to have to take that contract. It's like a quiz, and say, yeah, I understand what I'm getting into. Same thing with the orientation one. Yeah, I understand what I'm getting into. And same thing with the entry survey. You need to do 1, 2, 3 steps to complete your orientation. Okay? Before June 15. Again, I'm just repeating myself, but I want you to understand that. All right. Now, how do I sign up in Pearson? Remember, I clicked on the MyMathLab area live. You click on it, and it will take you to a place that looks like this, okay? It's going to say, okay, do you want to use a credit card or do you want to use an access code? So what is the difference, okay? So when you click on the MyMathLab, it's going to take you right here, eText Course Home, and now you go to the next one. So if you have a credit card, by all means, this costs $95.70 before tax, and you can click on this and enter all your information. If you don't have a credit card and you have EOPS or something, I don't know how that works, you need to buy an access code from our bookstore. What it is that you go in there and they give you a piece of paper or like harder piece of paper, and it has an access code. Then you're going to click on this to get that thing entered, okay? And you have to pay $95 for it. The bookstore may mark it up, so I'm warning you. It may be more than $95.70 when you go and buy it from our bookstores. Keep that in mind. Do not go to an outside vendor. You're going to get in trouble. All right. When you click on either, for the online thing, purchase, it's going to say payment and name on card and all that. It's going to ask you all that stuff. And then now, here's something. Get temporary access without payment for 14 days. That's all good, but that kind of tells me you're not committed to class. So I really insist, if you're committed to the class, buy it within a day or two before June 15. You can just fool around and kind of see what it is. But once the class started, you start doing the homework, use your permanent code. Yes, Pearson gives you that option. Do not use that option because you psychologically, it happens in every semester, you're not really committed to class, and then you are starting on the wrong foot. All right. At this point, when you click on it, after you enter your credit card information, it will say, what's your username, password? I really recommend that you use the first part of IVC email, okay, like John Doe, J. Doe, and then there's usually a number at the end. Use that for your username. If it is taken, just make sure that you add 99 or something so it is a unique one. Now, keep your password safe. I'm not going to be able to dig that out. If it asks you class ID, you are in the wrong place, so keep that in mind. All right. Now, technical issues. You run into stuff. Here it is. Click on this and make sure that you have this. And then here's the phone support, 24/7, or troubleshooting yourself. So I have no way of controlling your password, your credit card bouncing, or none of those issues I can handle. You can ask me all the math that you want, but these issues, please call these people so that they can provide you support. All right. Now, once you are inside MyMathLab, okay, this is where you do things. I'll just show you this and I'll actually show you live. The chapter contents has your book, so you don't have to purchase a live, physical book. So you click on that and then you can read your book. And this is the order you should do it. You should read your book first, watch the videos, and then do homework, and then do the quizzes and all that stuff. Now, do you see that multimedia library? That is where you actually can watch the videos. So read your book. I give you a schedule, and make sure that you do it within schedule, and then watch the multimedia library video, then do the homework. Then you finish your homework. You're going to do about 1 or 2 chapters a week. So it's going to be plenty of work. I expect you to work 5 to 10 hours minimum a week. So if you are working full-time and expect to, skate through 1 hour a week, it's not going to happen. It is going to be too hard for you to do that. Okay? Now, the next thing you need to know, purchase options. Okay? This is another one. Actually, since your book is online, ebook, but this one gives you with an additional, I don't know exactly how much they're going to charge you. You can get a physical book, like a printout. You can print it out yourself. But that's another option that you might want to say, okay, well, maybe I'll take them on that. I really need to get this done. So you can actually purchase a physical book, or you can order a physical book from Amazon or something. All right, so if you want a physical book, you have to go buy it yourself, used from some other vendor. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to send you this video link prior to June 15. And if you don't understand anything, you have to come to 7 to 8 Bistic 118 to meet with me and then, get all that stuff done and understand everything. All right. Midterm is going to be July 10th. This is location TBD. But in the meanwhile, I did get the location is Bistic 118 again, and I'll send you emails about where and all that again. And then your final exam is August 8th, 8 to 10. Again, Bistic 118. And that's that. All right. Now, let me go back. And I'm going to kind of show you how this works. So once you purchase things and you're in Blackboard, remember, you're going to go to MyMathLab, and I'll just kind of show you a couple of things about MyMathLab. And you're going to have to click on eText. And this will take you inside a system where you're going to do your homework and all that good stuff. All right? Now, I am you, so I just pretend. I'm going to go and I'm going to kind of look at stuff, and chapter quizzes, tests are here, homework is here, but I want to read my book. So click on it. Let's say I'm doing chapter 8. And in my syllabus, it says, well, finish 8.1, 8.2, so there's a chapter opener or connecting, but you can also click on the section. Now, here's video presentation. So I don't know what your preference is. Do you like reading first and then watch the video? Or do you want to watch the video and then read the text? So your book is going to look just like this. Hopefully it's going to open. If it doesn't open, that means your Adobe plugin may not be working. So make sure that it's still thinking. Make sure that your Adobe plugin is up and running if you run into this called tech support or reinstall your Adobe. Okay, so it's still thinking. Yeah. All right. If this doesn't open, oh, okay, it's opening. So it's going to look something like this, and it's going to have that little clock going around. Sometimes when too many people access it, it takes a little while. Here you go. Here's a book. All right. Unfortunately, that's how it is. And you go right and you just read your book. Does that make sense? All right. Let's go back. Okay. Now this is where your book is. You can actually put this back together. All right. What is the next thing? So I showed you where the video is, where the book is, and then you're going to have to do homework. When you go to the homework, you're going to have to continue. And here's your homework. It has the deadlines. Make sure they are at midnight, usually Thursday nights, Sunday nights, depends, because this is an accelerated class. There are 14 homework. And then you just click on it, and you do the homework. Just start 1, 2, 3. And now when it has like a little thing, there is like some little extra stuff, the animation or something. Sometimes it has the movie strip, so that means there's a video. So you click on it, and it provides you some help. So it's going to give you the thing, and then you can actually click in here, help me solve this, and it's going to help you solve the problem. Or it can show you an example. I'm wiggling. It can go back to your textbook. And this is your last resort. Ask my instructor. You cannot understand anything even though you're reading and all this, then ask me. I will just try to help you out. But I don't know how I can help you if the videos are not helping and all this. I'll just try my best, okay? So as a last resort, you can do that. You can also print it out, okay? And then kind of look at it a little bit. And there's no time limit for homework in terms of, how much time you spend. But there is a deadline. And same thing with the quizzes. No time limit for the quizzes, but again, there is a deadline. Okay, so that's what your homework looks like. Then you go to chapter quizzes. Now, there are a couple of things. Now, these things, email quiz 1 and all that stuff is going to change, okay, periodically. I will show you the schedule so you understand. At the end of doing the homework, you're going to click on the quiz. You can only take it one time. I have to correct this. You can only take the quiz one time, all right? You click on it, you're committed, you have to finish it. So I'm not going to give you a second chance for any reason. So you do the quizzes within deadlines. But you also need to kind of keep in touch with me. I don't want you to feel lonely and kind of like, I'm by myself, what am I going to do? So you periodically, and I will show you the schedule, have to send me an email. So go send me an email from your IVC, my site area. Then come here. It's important that you do this. And you say, I'm ready to start. And it says, is it true you emailed your instructor your progress? You have to say yes. Okay? And then that's it. Are you with me? So you have to make sure that you do this so that I give you credit for your, for emailing me. I mean, it's a pretty good deal. And this is going to change every other day. Now, before you take the midterm, you have to do the midterm drill. This is also graded. And then you're going to have to take it and better your grade or whatever. And then before your final, you have to take your final exam. Does that make sense? All right. And you can look at your grade here and kind of keep track of everything. And multimedia library has all the videos and all that, and purchase options. So I pretty much covered everything else. Now, let's go back to, let's see, to Blackboard. I want to show you the syllabus so you understand what's going on with that. Intermediate algebra, here we go. Handouts and syllabus, right? So, You can print this out, like I said. Now, you should keep track of your own progress, okay? Grading procedures. This class is not going to be curved. Quizzes, they are 20 points each. Homework, they are 10 points each, okay? Midterm and final drills, they are 20 points each, okay? So, cumulative in-class midterm, 140. In-class final, 140. Do you see this? Email quizzes online, mandatory. That means you're going to email me. Some people are asking me, when am I going to tell you? You're going to say, okay, emailing. I'm you. Professor White, I did chapter 1, and I had a little difficulty with the homework. Have a great day. All right? And then you put Math 253 in the subject area, and I'll go, oh, thank you. That's very nice. Or you may say, you know what? I don't get chapter 2. There's this problem that's really, really bothering me. Can you help me solve this? Okay? Whatever that you want to say. Then you're going to go back inside the Pearson system, and you're going to say, yeah, it's true that I asked my teacher, or I emailed my teacher. That's it. Okay? But you need to do that regardless. Entry and exit survey, we talked about that. Homework, email. I'm telling you over and over again so that you don't forget. Midterm and the final drills, you have to take those online, but midterm and the final, you have to come in. I cannot accommodate you if you are going out of the country, you have a wedding or whatever. It's just none of that is going to be possible. So make sure that you kind of know what you're getting into. And if you cannot make this class and you cannot agree to my guidelines, then like I said, I have a long wait list. I don't want you to take the class. Dropping the class, that's your responsibility. Look online and when that is, and don't miss it if you absolutely need to drop. Incompletes, I don't give incompletes. Extra credit, I don't give extra credit. Pretty much what you see, what you get. And then I told you about contract entry survey orientation. You have to go online and do that. Exit survey, you need to take. Just give me some feedback at the end so that I know. We talked about email quizzes. Student learning outcome, let me make sure that I don't have, I said it here at email, and I said it here at the end. Email quizzes, that's like you have to say true. And I told you can work in the MyMathLab, but you can also go and work in the library, okay? If your class, if your home computer doesn't work and there's something wrong with it. Look at this schedule. It's important. I just kind of color coded it, week 1, week 2, and da-da-da. And then the deadlines are right here. Okay, make sure that you don't miss them. Homework is due. They are all midnight dues. Okay, so if I say 6:17, it's midnight, like 1 minute from midnight actually. So there's no negotiating here, and then all your guidelines are there. So well, good luck to you. I'm sure you're going to be okay. Just make sure that you put a little bit, 5 to 10 hours a week, every single day a little bit. I know it's hard to do while you work, but best of luck to you. Thank you for joining me.